Hello and welcome to another video here from STF Wargaming Studio. My name is Andreas, Norwegian Viking, and this is my hobby vlog number 132, where I present the models I painted during the month of May. So now this is the audio here is recorded on the 30th, so there is a couple of days left, but things will be pretty busy for me the rest of this week, so I don't think I'm going to be able to finish the 9 models I have sitting on my painting desk at the moment, but I'll talk a bit about that later. So the big project for this month was, of course, the Army of the Dead. Now I had initially planned to do the full Army of the Dead. Now, for those of you who have seen some progress photos already, I did paint quite a lot of them, but there was supposed to be more. So what I was going to do was when I saw the Army of the Dead in the translucent plastic, I wanted to do essentially 2 separate armies. I wanted to do one in the translucent plastic, and then I wanted to do one in the regular plastics and metals. Now I already painted the banner bearer and 3 Army of the Dead in plastic for a Battle Company's campaign or something or other way back when, but when it all came to shove, I I decided on the amount of models I'm going to do for the normal plastics and metals. So I took 6 sprues of the plastic ones. I took 6 of each of the metal ones, the Metal King, the 18 Riders of the Dead I had. Well, I actually have 22, but I'll talk a bit more about the reason I didn't paint up my total number. And that was basically it. I didn't have an extra banner, and for some odd reason it's not for sale and it's expensive to buy, so I might repaint it, but I did, after looking at them side by side, you can't really tell when you're looking at it like an army. You can't really tell the difference on it. So what you can see here in this picture is my my Army of the Dead as I had spray painted it in Wraithbone. So after that, I took the entire army and I did all the metals. So I did the lead belcher on some parts, the chainmail and stuff like that, and then I did some detailing in brass. After that, I diluted out some Bealtan green and just basically painted the entire model. And after that, I used Celestra Grey to pick out some detailing here and there to make it a bit smoother. And that was essentially it. So here is the result. Here you can see my Riders of the Dead, all 18 of them in all their glory. And yeah, these are excellent models. I do wish there were more poses, but there aren't. So I did, however, take out, so the one that's slouching a bit forwards had the smaller shield, while the ones that rearing back has the larger shield. But I did take out 4 of the shields and basically swap them so that there is a bit more variety in there. And then, as you can see, here is the 96 Warriors of the Dead, 6 of each pose. And I did paint up some shields for the plastic ones as well. So about half of them are with shields, I believe. So should be plenty to pick and choose from here. Here we have the King and the Heralds. So the Heralds are done exactly the same as the rest of them. But then you have the King, who I did a bit more work on, as well as picking out his robes in a bit more regal color. So washed out red using washes, essentially. And then here we have the golden oldie from 2003 himself. It is the King of the Dead in metal. So that was the entire army. How many is that? 118 models painted in, and this was actually painted in like 12 days, plus a couple of extra days for the shields. So about half the month went into this. So I did originally want to do the translucent ones, but GW, well, I ordered one pack. I was supposed to order 3 packs, plus the heroes. But then when my order confirmation came in, I only had ordered 1, and I kind of forgot about it until a week before the deadline, and I ordered 2 packs more. But they didn't arrive in time. As I'm actually filming this, I got a order confirmation like the day before yesterday that they had arrived. So I can do them now, but I'll probably wait until time permits. The other thing I wanted to do is to do also 18 horses, but in translucent plastic. Now I hadn't exactly decided if I wanted to do a mold of the metal ones and pour resin myself, or if I wanted to try to see if I can find a 3D print of something similar and print them out. But now I don't want to do that currently. I'm pretty happy with the army as it is, so the rest will just stay in boxes until it's time to pick it up again. And the remaining horses I have, so I do have 4 horses. What I want to do with those 4 horses is to do conversions. I'm loving the idea of a mounted king, and in battle companies there is a way for you to get a mounted king, or at least a mounted Army of the Dead hero. So what I want to do is to do the old king, the new king, and the 2 heralds mounted on horses. And I do have the horses for it, and it's going to take some time to convert up. So I didn't put those together while I was doing this army. So I think this will be when I do finish the translucent ones. I think I'll go back and finish that. Maybe paint up a couple of banners if those go on made to order at some point. And that's the army done. But at the moment it stands at 118 models, so I'm pretty happy with that. So what is next? Now I have exactly 9 models left in my good forces to paint before I turn my focus over to evil. So for the big Battle of Pelennor Fields, as well as a couple of other scenarios, we do need the Elven twins Eladan and Elrohir, as well as Halbrand with a Banner of Arwen Evenstar, and a Captain of the Lamroth on foot, and a Banner Bearer of the Lamroth on foot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint all these up, and as you can see here, this is the progress I made like a week ago. But things have been a bit busy, so I have made some more progress. The twins have much more detail. All the faces on all the models are done, and I've done quite a lot on these. So it's not that many hours to go until they are done, but it will still take some time. I did have some idea to convert up the unarmed Elven twins on horses, but then again time permits, time restraints and stuff like that didn't happen. And when these are done, I'm moving on to my canned horde. So I nearly finished a big canned army when we were filming some battles earlier on, like last year. But they didn't wind up being done, so I'm going to revisit that army because we do need canned for the big Battle of Pelennor Fields. So hopefully I'll be able to finish that army during the summer, and then it's on to the Scouring of the Shire Evil Forces and the remaining Hobbit heroes I haven't finished for that book. So that's probably a few months of my time there. So you can look forward to watching my updates as time goes on. So I'll quickly just update my computer and see how many models I'm at currently. It's 281 models painted in 5 months. So still a way off my wishful total of 1,000 models this month. But then again, things might happen. Things might work out. But I do this in my own time, and I'll not rush any paint jobs to get cranking more models out than needed. So you'll see my next update first Wednesday of July. So hope you all had a wonderful last month. Do check out in the comments below if you would like to share what you painted in the month of May. And please consider supporting STF on Patreon using the link in the description below. It is a fantastic way for you to support our efforts at the studio, and it gives us a lot of cool stuff to work on. So if that's at all interesting, do click that link. But in the meantime, support your hobby.